Welcome back. We're going to be doing figure 735, starting catch, from our multi-view level 2. And remember these sketches, they are the ones that I would make and the procedure I would go through. It might be different from what you would do. And hopefully you can adapt what you previously made into a shape from some of the commands that I'm using. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start out with making a U shape. Then I'm going to pull this end out, and then I can start making all the holes. So I'm going to make a sketch on one of the planes. I'm going to take a look. We got to do some math here. We've got 4 3/4 across, 4.75. We've got our heights. The full height is 2 1/4. So 2.25, and then it comes in 1 inch. It does that on both sides. So I'm just going to repeat what I did on that side over here. That line up 1 inch. Alright, then it comes down, and I've got to try to calculate that out. I've got to look at all of our dimensions and see where that height is. So that height is actually right here. It's 3/4 in height. So 2 1/4 minus 3/4. So 2.25 minus 0.75 would get us our dimension. And I can just go across until it lines up, and then go up, and I have my U shape. I'm going to finish that, and I'm going to extrude it 1 inch. Alright, now you can see I've got that generic U shape that you see on the back half of this object, and then I'm going to bring this part out, and then we're going to do the holes. So if I take a look, 2 1/4 wide, and we know it's 2 3/8 to the center, and then 7/8 to one side, and the whole thing is 1 3/4 wide. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll create a sketch up top. I'm going to click F7 just so I don't see those tall parts coming up. Project geometry. I'm going to draw a line through the center here. Green dot shows me where the center is, and full distance is 2 1/4. It said 7/8 this way, and then it said 1 3/4 back to the other way. So now what I can do is I can just go ahead, bring these lines back to my object, and then connect a line between, and now I've got my part to extrude. I'm going to go ahead and extrude that, make sure it's in the downward direction. Now you can see it's further than my object. A, I could either measure it. B, I could just go 2, click on my surface, and there we go. No measurements needed. Okay, now on this surface, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw where the center of each hole is. So both these holes are actually lined up at the same height and the same distance in between. And they're 7/16 drill. And let's do that now. So project geometry, click on both sides. Alright, it's the middle left to right. So that's 1/2 inch. That's already set for me with the green dot. And then I've got to come down. Let's see, 2.25 minus 1.75. And I've got my distance. I can do the same thing over here. Now my circle said it was 7/16 diameter. Just make another circle. Remember, I can just dimension that, click on this one. So it's derived from that, so it's exactly the same. Finish sketch. And now I can extrude those circles and make them cuts. Now I'll go back to this top surface. Going to project geometry. Now the circle lines up in the exact center. It's 5/8 back from the front. So I'm going to find my green dot, come back 5/8. And then I am going to have my circle. It's a 5/8 drill. So again, 5/8, finish sketch, extrude, circle, cut, okay. And there you go. There's our shape. Thanks for watching.